November 1995, Kensington Palace. Diana held the DNA test results, her hands shaking. She'd ordered the test to prove Harry was Charles's son, to silence the paternity rumors, but the results showed something else. Something the palace had hidden for 11 years. Harry had been a twin, and the other baby had vanished. It started 3 weeks earlier, anonymous letters arriving at Kensington Palace. 4 of them, all saying the same thing. Get the DNA test, you need to know the truth. Diana thought they were about paternity, about James Hewitt rumors. She was wrong. Patrick Morrison, her private secretary, was worried. "Ma'am, this feels like a trap. Ordering a DNA test makes you look paranoid." "Or it protects Harry from lies," Diana replied. She contacted Dr. Sarah Mitchell, her private physician, someone she trusted completely. "I need a DNA test for Harry, completely confidential. No palace doctors, no official records." Sarah arranged everything. A private facility in Switzerland, Dr. Klaus Werner, genetics specialist, samples collected discreetly, sent to Zurich for analysis. 2 weeks of waiting. 2 weeks of Diana wondering what they'd find. She knew Charles was Harry's father. The timeline made that certain. But something in those anonymous letters, something made her uneasy. The envelope arrived. November 18th, 1995. Brown package, Swiss postage. Diana opened it alone in her study. First page, standard paternity results. Subject A, Prince Henry Charles Albert David. Subject B, Prince Charles Philip Arthur George. Conclusion, 99.9% probability of paternity confirmed. Diana exhaled with relief. Harry was Charles's son. Documentation that proved it, but there were more pages. Technical genetic analysis. She almost put them aside. Then she saw the note, paperclip to page 4. Dr. Werner's handwriting. "Dr. Mitchell, please see attached finding. Urgent consultation recommended. This is highly unusual." Diana's heart started racing. She read the technical report, words she didn't understand. Chimeric DNA patterns, vanishing twin syndrome, genetic markers indicating. She stopped, read it again. Analysis reveals presence of 2 distinct genetic signatures. Subject A shows markers consistent with absorbed twin. Genetic material from second fetus present in subject's DNA. Recommend full medical history review regarding twin pregnancy. Diana felt the room spin. Twin pregnancy? Harry had been a twin? She grabbed the phone, called Dr. Mitchell immediately. "Sarah, what does this mean? The report says Harry had a twin?" Sarah's voice was careful. "Diana, I need to see that report. Can you bring it to my office right now?" They met within the hour. Sarah read through the genetic analysis, her face growing more serious. "This indicates vanishing twin syndrome. When a woman is pregnant with twins, sometimes one fetus is absorbed by the other, usually very early. In pregnancy, the surviving twin can carry genetic material from both." "Are you saying I was pregnant with twins and I didn't know?" "It's possible you didn't know. If one twin was absorbed very early, you might never have seen it on ultrasound. But Diana..." Sarah paused. "This report shows something unusual. The genetic marker suggests the absorption happened later than typical. Late enough that it should have been visible. Late enough that your doctors would have known." Diana felt cold. "My palace doctors did all my prenatal care. Every ultrasound, every checkup. Are you saying they knew I was carrying twins?" "I'm saying this genetic evidence suggests twin pregnancy that continued past the first trimester. That would have been clearly visible on scans." Diana stood up, pacing. "Where's the other baby, Sarah? If there were 2 babies, where did the second one go?" "In vanishing twin syndrome, the fetus is absorbed or miscarried. But Diana, if the palace medical team knew you were carrying twins, then they knew one baby disappeared. And they never told me." Diana felt rage building. "They let me go through that pregnancy thinking I was carrying one baby. They delivered Harry. And they never mentioned there had been another child?" She drove straight to Buckingham Palace, demanded to see the Royal Medical Household Director, Dr. Anthony Whitmore. He'd been the senior physician during her pregnancy. "Dr. Whitmore, I need my complete medical records from Harry's pregnancy, all of them." His face went carefully blank. "I'll need to request those from archives. May I ask why you need them?" "Because I just found out I was pregnant with twins, and someone forgot to mention that to me." The color drained from his face. That's confidential medical information. It's my medical information. About my pregnancy, my babies, and you're going to tell me everything right now. Whitmore looked at the door like he wanted to run. Perhaps we should speak privately. They went to his office. He closed the door, locked it. How did you find out? DNA test for Harry. It shows genetic markers from 2 fetuses. So I'll ask you again. Where's my other baby? Whitmore sat down heavily. You were carrying twins. We identified it at your 12-week scan. 2 heartbeats, 2 fetuses. Both appeared healthy. Then what happened? At 16 weeks, one of the fetuses stopped developing. The heartbeat disappeared. This happens sometimes with twins. One doesn't survive. Diana's voice was shaking. And you didn't tell me? We made a decision, the medical team, in consultation with palace officials, that informing you would cause unnecessary distress. You were already anxious about the pregnancy. We felt it was better to focus on the healthy baby. You decided about my pregnancy, my babies? We were trying to protect you. Protect me or protect the palace? Diana was standing now. What happened to that baby, Dr. Whitmore? It was absorbed. Vanishing twin syndrome. The medical term is, I don't want the medical term. I want to know if my baby was alive at 16 weeks and then just disappeared. Whitmore looked down. The fetus appeared to be developing normally. Then, at the 16-week scan, no heartbeat, no visible fetus. The tissue had been reabsorbed. Show me the scans. Show me the scans, or I go to the press and tell them the palace hid a dead baby from me. Whitmore pulled out a file. Old ultrasound images. He laid them on the desk. This is 12 weeks. Diana looked at the grainy image. 2 small shapes, 2 tiny flickering heartbeats, her babies, both of them alive. And this is 16 weeks. 1 baby, clear and visible, Harry. The other space, empty. Where did it go? Diana whispered. Absorbed into the uterine lining, or by the surviving twin. It happens in 20-30% of twin pregnancies. Diana looked up at him. Did you tell Charles? Whitmore hesitated. The medical team consulted with Prince Charles, yes. So Charles knew I was carrying twins. Charles knew 1 baby died, and nobody told me. We made a judgment call. You made a decision to lie to me. For 11 years. While I thought I'd had 1 baby, I actually had twins and lost 1. She grabbed the ultrasound images. I'm taking these. Those are palace medical records. They're pictures of my babies, and I'm taking them. Diana left with the scans, her mind racing. She called Dr. Sarah Mitchell from the car. Sarah, they knew, the whole time. I was carrying twins at 12 weeks. 1 died at 16 weeks. They never told me. Oh, Diana, I'm so sorry. Sarah, is it normal for a twin to just disappear like that at 16 weeks? Sarah was quiet for a moment. It can happen naturally. But Diana, you're asking if it could have been something else. Could it? At 16 weeks, a fetus is quite developed. For it to completely vanish with no complications, no bleeding, no medical intervention needed, it's unusual, but not impossible. But it could have been helped along? I can't answer that without seeing your complete medical records from that time. All of them, not just what they showed you today. That night, Diana couldn't sleep. She kept looking at the ultrasound images, 2 babies. She'd been carrying 2 babies, had lost 1, and never been told, never been allowed to grieve. She called Patrick Morrison. Patrick, I need you to find someone, a private investigator, someone who can access medical records quietly. What are we looking for? The truth about what happened in 1984 during my pregnancy with Harry. The investigator's name was Marcus Webb, former police detective, specialized in confidential inquiries. He came to Kensington Palace at midnight. Diana showed him everything. The DNA test, the ultrasounds, her medical records. What am I looking for? Marcus asked. I need to know if that baby died naturally, or if someone made it die. Marcus didn't look shocked. You think the palace terminated 1 twin? I think they knew I was having twins. And then suddenly there was only 1 baby. And nobody told me. And I want to know why. Marcus studied the documents. This won't be easy. Palace medical records are sealed, but there are always leaks. Nurses, technicians, staff who remember things. Give me 2 weeks. 10 days later, Marcus returned. I found 3 staff from your 1984 prenatal care. They all remember you were carrying healthy twins. At 16 weeks, you were sedated for what they called a complicated ultrasound. When you woke up, only 1 baby remained. Diana felt sick. What happened while I was unconscious? The ultrasound tech was asked to leave. 40 minutes later, you woke up. 1 baby on the scan. They did something to me. Marcus pulled out a document, Palace Memo, June 1984. Her Majesty advised Princess Carrie's twins. Complications, succession issues with 2 heirs. Recommend selective reduction. Princess need not be informed. Diana stared at the words. They killed my baby because it was inconvenient. Diana called for a meeting. Sir Robert Fellows came. Dr. Whitmore, too. Diana laid out everything. The DNA test, the ultrasounds, the investigator's findings, the memo. I know what you did. Terminated one of my babies without consent, while I was sedated. The men looked at each other. That's a serious accusation, Robert began. It's documented fact. Robert's face went pale. What do you want? Sealed statement admitting what happened, and full custody of Harry and William, or I go public. 3 weeks later, Diana received documents, sealed confession from royal medical household, and a private agreement, full custody of both boys, in exchange for her silence. Diana never told Harry while young, but she planned to tell him at 18. She died before that. The secret died with her. Or so the palace thought. Years later, when Harry had his own children, he did genetic testing, family health history. The results showed the markers, evidence of absorbed twin. Harry called William. Did you know I was supposed to be a twin? William was silent. Mum left papers, sealed, to be given to us when we both turned 30. She explained everything. Why didn't you tell me? Because knowing changes everything, and I wasn't sure you were ready. Harry read his mother's letter, every word, every detail, about the pregnancy, the termination, the cover-up, his mother's rage, her helplessness. At the end, Diana had written, Harry, you had a twin, a brother or sister. The palace took that child from you before you ever knew they existed. I couldn't stop it. I couldn't save them, but I made sure they couldn't do it again. I protected you and William with the only weapon I had, the truth. I'm sorry I never got to tell you this myself. I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but you deserve to know you were never meant to be alone. You were meant to have a twin by your side. The palace took that from both of us. Don't let them take anything else. Harry sits with this knowledge now, the twin he never knew, the sibling the palace erased, and his mother's final act of protection, using their darkest secret to keep her remaining son safe. Sometimes the most horrifying truths are the ones kept hidden in medical files. Diana's DNA test proved Harry was Charles's son, but it also revealed a deeper truth, that the palace valued succession planning more than they valued innocent life, and that Diana had spent 11 years grieving a loss she didn't even know she'd suffered. The twin that vanished, the baby the palace hid, the secret that almost stayed buried forever.